Thank you for joining me for another wild moment. I wanted to talk to you guys about balance. I was having a conversation with young Ragnar a little while ago. We were talking about pH balance. And you know, your pH balance can be thrown off by different toxins and elements. But there's a natural pH balance to the body. There's a natural flow and vibe, ebb and flow to life also. There's a natural balance, a natural order to things. And whenever that's thrown off, you can spot it. You can see it. There was a time in my life when I could tell you exactly where I was. I could spot where I was in life. I used to say to my children, you can look at each and every one of y'all and you can see where I was in that moment in my life. There was a moment of stability in my life when I knew exactly what I wanted out of life. I went and got it. And I had children born in that season in my life. And you can see their confidence and how they soar. Then there was a season in my life of back and forth, tumbleweed effect. And you can see certain children in my life that resemble that attribute that I had in life. You ever been there? You follow me? You understand what I'm saying to you? There's a natural order and balance in all things. And you don't have to say a word. Someone can look at you and they can see it coming out of you. They can see a person that is walking, teeming with confidence. They can walk and they can see someone who is dipping and tripping, as my kids would say. You can look at an animal and you can see if it's well cared for, and you can look at an animal and you can see just by looking at it the way it acts if something's not quite right. A natural order and balance and harmony. So I'm looking around. You know, as I said, I was having a conversation with young Ragnar. And I said, do things seem out of balance to you? Because he's a great apocalypse. Is that how you say the word? He is so enthralled with the apocalypse. If it was coming, he was ready. He even told me the conditions on which I can be at his team and our rendezvous points and all that type of stuff. But I was asking him, do things seem out of balance to you? I'm looking around and questioning what it is that I'm seeing. You ever see something but you can't quite put your finger on it? You know it's something out of order, but you just can't put your finger on it. So you're just examining all angles, trying to say, okay, maybe it's the door stopper. Maybe it's the welcome mat. Maybe it's the steps, the pole. You're just trying all different things to see what it is that's out of place. All you know is that the pH level is off. The balance is off. You don't know why. You just know something is out of place and something is off. Well, guess what, guys? Inside of me is this compass, and it's called the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit confirms to me, yes, something's off, and let me show you what it is. There is something inside of us all, still small voice, that little inkling, that subconscious, that little something, whatever you call it, that says, don't go down that alley today. Don't go with that person today. Don't get in that car. No, you don't need to take that job. Something better is waiting on the horizon. You understand me? That balance, that ebb and flow, that extra kick that makes everything just sort of balance out, make the levels balance out. In my life, it's been the Holy Spirit. Not always, nor have I always listened to it. But as young Ragnar and I were talking, I'm being reminded every time I listen to that still small voice, it has never let me wrong. That voice said to me when I was in a situation years ago when I would get headaches, not because I was tired, but because my head was getting knocked up and downside walls. That voice said to me, you might want to come out of this. Or when I had entered into this particular job, I had went following my friends. It seemed to work out for all of them. And so I said, okay, I'll give it a try. And I went into the job, and I'm a very personable person, and I couldn't understand why this wasn't for me. But it was just something, a knowing feeling. You just kept saying, this is not the job for you. Come up out of there. Come up out of there. This is not the job for you. Lo and behold, I listened to that still small voice inside of me. I came up from out of there, come to find out that the job that they had hooked up with was some kind of pyramid scheme. That wouldn't have went well for me. I was a young mother. I had children to think about. So I'm looking for the balance now in what I'm seeing. Just like when you have that pH balance, you're looking to balance it out through different soaps or colognes or deodorants, or, when your equilibrium is off, you go to the doctor and they can prescribe medicine to help you get your balance and everything. In life, I believe that ebb and that flow, for me, I know it's the Holy Spirit that balances things out for me in my life, and I'm saying, okay, what is that balance? What am I seeing? And every day I get up and I ask that question, and I go a little bit deeper into what's being spoken into my spirit, and that is what's keeping me level. I may not get all the answers right then and there, but the process of not giving up has gotten me to 50 plus. The process of knowing that if I just work the process, if I just trust that still small voice, I don't need to know all the details. If I just trust that things are going to work its way out, it'll work its way out. Well, that's pretty much what I'm processing today. What do you do? Who do you listen to or call upon when you're trying to find that balance in your life? If you can't call on a single person, can you trust that still small voice in yourself that says, sit down a minute. Let's mull this over. Let's think about this. Go left. Go right. Don't move at all. Can you trust that part of you? In this era that we're in now, trust is a factor. But can you still trust you to be a balance in your own life? This has been another wow moment. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Please, wherever you are in life, continue to have them. They really are worth having. Until next time, take care.